chosen ones, God, spoke your name out loud. In heaven, today. Sacred dream, greetings, dear friend, today. Something monumental has unfolded in the spiritual realm. A moment so significant that, though invisible to the human eye, it holds the power to shift the very course of your life. Somewhere beyond your perception, in a dimension far beyond your reach, your name was called aloud. This was not a soft whisper or a faint murmur, but a commanding declaration, a resonating call that echoed through the vastness of the heavens. When heaven speaks your name, it is never by chance. It carries weight, purpose, and a divine intention, setting in motion events and transformations that you may not fully understand yet, but will soon come to realize as they unfold before you. This moment is not just an ordinary occurrence. It is a celestial declaration, an announcement from the universe that you are seen, that you matter, and that your life is about to align with a higher purpose. When your name is spoken in heaven, everything changes. The universe shifts, and the doors of opportunity and destiny swing open. Though this moment may be hidden from your eyes, know this: the ripples of this divine call are already spreading through the fabric of your reality. You may not feel its full impact just yet, but the wheels have been set into motion, and you will begin to see the changes manifest in ways that will take your breath away. Heaven's call is never random. It is always intentional, always purposeful, and always powerful. When your name is called, it signifies the beginning of a new chapter, one where you step into your true power and destiny. This is a divine orchestration that is uniquely yours. Today, heaven has spoken your name, and that declaration has already begun to shape the course of your journey. Heaven's declaration over your life. Picture yourself in a grand courtroom, bathed in soft light, where the air is thick with anticipation. The room is filled with quiet murmurs, and the weight of expectation hangs in the air. Every person in the room is waiting, their eyes fixed on the judge, who sits at the center with authority and power. The stillness is palpable as everyone holds their breath. Then, in a single, powerful moment, the judge calls your name, and when your name is called, everything in the room shifts. The atmosphere crackles with energy, and all eyes are on you. The room, once still, comes alive as your name reverberates through it, marking a profound shift in the course of events. This is the essence of what happens when your name is spoken aloud in heaven. It's more than just a call. It's a divine declaration that propels you forward into a new season of your life. Your name rising above the noise and distractions of the world symbolizes a pivotal moment in your spiritual journey. It signals that you are now aligned with your higher purpose, that the time has come for you to step into your destiny. For so long, you may have felt invisible, as though your efforts went unnoticed, or perhaps even overlooked. You might have felt small in the grand scheme of things, struggling to find meaning or direction. But when your name is called in heaven, it is like the most profound spotlight shining on you. In that eternal throne room, where everything is known and every action carries significance, your name rises above all the chaos and noise of the world. Heaven's attention turns toward you, and with that attention comes divine purpose, authority, and action. When God speaks your name, it isn't a simple acknowledgement. It's an activation. Everything begins to move in response. The angels begin to stir. The divine energies of the universe start to realign, and paths that once seemed blocked or distant begin to open. It's as if the heavens themselves are preparing the stage for your story to take center stage. And every force in the universe is now working in harmony to fulfill the purpose you were always meant to fulfill. That's why you are hearing this message today. You may have stumbled upon it by chance, but I assure you, it is no coincidence. You were summoned, and your presence here is part of a grand design. The timing is divinely orchestrated, a perfect alignment that could not have happened by accident. Heaven has called you at this exact moment because now is the time for you to step into the fullness of who you were always meant to be. This is not merely a random occurrence or a passing moment. When heaven speaks, it speaks with purpose. When your name is declared in the spiritual realm, it sets things into motion that reverberate through time and space. No matter where you are on your journey, whether you feel ready or not, this is the moment of activation. Heaven's declaration over your life marks the beginning of something greater than you've imagined. A chapter of destiny unfolding right before your eyes. So, as you stand here, listening to this message, know that it is no accident. Heaven's call is not just a whisper in the wind. It is a profound, earth-shifting declaration. Your name was called in heaven today because the time for your transformation has arrived. The universe is realigning itself to support your divine purpose. And every step you take from here on out will be guided by the heavenly decree that has already been spoken over your life. This is your moment. Take it with both hands, because the heavens are backing you. A shift is happening now. You may find yourself asking, why now? Why me? The timing of it all might seem mysterious, even confusing. You might feel as though the pieces of your life are shifting in ways you cannot control, or that everything around you is falling into chaos. But understand this, the timing is not random. The moment God calls your name, it is never by mistake. It is because the season for change, for a profound transformation, has arrived. This shift, though it may feel unsettling, is not a sign that you are off track, quite the opposite. It is the proof that you are precisely where you need to be, at the exact moment God has designed for your life. Imagine, for a moment, the experience of waiting in a quiet, anonymous waiting room. You sit, unsure when your name will be called. Time passes slowly. People come and go. Some are called ahead of you, others leave, and some pace nervously, unsure of their own fate. You begin to wonder if you've been forgotten. Perhaps, deep down, you question if your turn will ever come, and just when you least expect it, suddenly, your name is called. The world shifts. The room, once silent, seems to come alive. Every person turns their attention to you. The door opens, and a new chapter is about to begin. You may not feel completely ready. In fact, you may wonder if you ever truly will be. But the truth is, this moment, this divine invitation, has been prepared for you all along. This is the season you are stepping into. The waiting has ended. The door has swung open. Your time has come. No more hesitation. No more wondering when your turn will arrive. It is here, now. You have been chosen for this moment. And while the transition may feel overwhelming at times, it is simply because you are stepping into the fullness of your purpose. The shift you are feeling is not a mistake or a disruption. It's a divine realignment, a repositioning for everything you've been called to be. Every step you take from here is part of the unfolding of a story much greater than you may have realized. God's voice over every false label. Throughout your life, you faced moments where your name was spoken in ways that sought to diminish you, to label you with words that were never meant for you. Perhaps you've been mocked, lied about, or misunderstood. Maybe others tried to bury your reputation, tried to erase your presence, or make you feel as though you were insignificant. You may have even begun to doubt yourself, to question your worth, or to wear the labels that others placed on you as if they were your own. The shame, the guilt, and the false accusations may have weighed heavily on you, pulling you down and obscuring your true identity. But when God speaks your name, everything changes. His voice is the final authority. It overpowers every false label that has ever been placed on you. The words of mockery, the lies, the judgments, they all lose their power when God calls your name. This is a moment of divine restoration. Everything that tried to define you by your past mistakes, your flaws, or your failures is now silenced. When God speaks, He restores your true identity. He declares who you are in His eyes, and nothing, absolutely nothing, can undo that declaration. The call of God is more than a simple recognition of your existence. It is an activation. It is an awakening of your true purpose. The moment your name is spoken in heaven, it sets into motion everything you were created for. No longer will you walk through life defined by the opinions of others, or by the labels that have been placed on you by a world that does not understand your true worth. When God speaks your name, He activates your destiny. He sets you on the path that was prepared for you long before you ever took your first breath. You are now being positioned for the next phase of your life, a phase of divine alignment and purpose. Whether you feel ready or not, the activation is happening. The declaration of your name is not just an announcement. It is a divine command. It is God's invitation for you to step into the life He has designed for you, to walk in the fullness of the calling He has placed on your life. The road ahead is one that is paved with purpose, and every step you take will bring you closer to the divine destiny that has been set before you. The beauty of this moment is that you don't have to wait for the perfect conditions or the ideal circumstances to begin your journey. When God calls your name, everything you need will begin to fall into place. You don't need to have everything figured out. You don't need to feel ready by the world's standards. All you need is to respond to the call and trust that God will guide you every step of the way. The doors that were once closed will now swing wide open, not because of anything you've done, but because heaven has already marked you. Your destiny has been written, and now you are stepping into it. The power of God's declaration over your life is not just about what you will accomplish for yourself. It is about the legacy you are creating, the lives you will touch, and the generations you will impact. When God calls your name, it is not just for your own purpose, but for a divine purpose that spans beyond what you can currently see. Every decision you make from this point forward will carry the weight of that divine call. You are not walking alone in this journey. Heaven has already gone before you, and every step you take is guided by a purpose far greater than you could ever imagine. Conclusion. So, what does this all mean for you? It means that the season of waiting, of wondering, of questioning your worth is over. Your name has been called in heaven. The door is open, and it's your time to walk through it. Every obstacle, every lie, every false identity that has been placed on you will fall away as you step into the truth of who you are. When God speaks your name, it is not just an announcement, it is an invitation to step into the fullness of your purpose. The transformation has begun. The shift is happening right now, and you are at the center of it. Walk forward with courage, knowing that you have been called for such a time as this. The world is waiting to see the manifestation of what heaven has already declared over your life. Step into your calling and trust that everything is unfolding exactly as it should. Your time has come, the power of heaven's announcement. Once God declares your name, no earthly opposition can ever undo it. The decree of heaven is unchangeable and irrefutable. The world may try to cast doubt, challenge your path, or throw obstacles in your way. But once heaven has spoken, no force on earth can erase what has been established in the divine realm. The authority of God's voice is the highest power in all creation. And when He calls your name, it is a declaration of destiny that cannot be revoked. You may encounter resistance or doubt from those around you, or even feel the weight of opposition rising. But take heart. The moment God speaks your name, it is set into motion. You might begin to feel a strange, almost unexplainable boldness rising within you. It's a quiet yet undeniable inner knowing that things are changing, that your life is shifting in ways you cannot fully see just yet. Even if your physical ears haven't yet heard your name spoken aloud, your spirit has already been awakened to the change. Your soul recognizes the shift in the atmosphere. You may feel a sense of urgency, a weight on your spirit, as though the time for waiting has passed and something significant is about to unfold. This feeling is not coincidental. It is a divine reminder that your time has come. Heaven has made its announcement, and now everything must align with that declaration. The moment has arrived for you to step into the fullness of your calling, your destiny. It's important to understand that when God speaks, His words ripple through the fabric of reality. What once seemed impossible or out of reach now becomes achievable. Every step forward is aligned with the divine path that has been laid before you. The boldness you feel is not arrogance. It is the confidence that comes from knowing that you are walking in alignment with your true purpose. As you move forward, trust that the power of heaven's announcement will carry you, no matter the doubt, no matter the challenges, shifting energies and new connections. When heaven calls your name, it doesn't just shift your life, it alters the energy around you and those you come into contact with. You will begin to notice subtle changes in the way people interact with you. Some may feel drawn to you in ways they cannot explain, as though your very presence holds something magnetic, something they feel compelled to approach. These people might not understand why, but they will sense the divine energy surrounding you. They may seek you out for guidance, support, or simply to be near you. There is an undeniable force that draws them to you, and this is a direct result of heaven's call. On the flip side, you may also encounter those who feel uncomfortable around you, who seem to pull away without any apparent reason. This, too, is a natural response to the divine shift taking place in your life. Not everyone will resonate with the new energy you are carrying. The authority and purpose that comes with heaven's announcement can stir discomfort in those who are not aligned with the frequency you now embody. It may cause friction, even tension, and some people might withdraw or resist you without fully understanding why. Do not take these reactions personally. They are simply the result of the energetic shift that is taking place within you and around you. When heaven calls your name, it changes the way you show up in the world. And it also changes the way others interact with you. The world around you becomes attuned to the new frequency you're radiating. Some people will align with this new energy, stepping closer to you, while others will feel compelled to pull away. This is not a reflection of your worth or value, but rather a response to the powerful divine calling on your life. It's important to remember that not everyone will understand the change you're undergoing, and not everyone is meant to be part of your journey moving forward. Some relationships will naturally fade, while new, more aligned connections will begin to emerge. The energy that God has placed within you will draw the right people into your life, those who support your purpose, who are meant to walk alongside you in this next chapter. Trust that heaven is not only guiding you to the right opportunities, but also to the right people as you move through this shift. Keep your focus on the divine purpose that has been set before you. Do not be discouraged by those who may resist or misunderstand your journey. Stay true to the call on your life, and know that every person who is meant to be part of your story will be drawn to you in their own time. The connections that are truly meant to help you grow and fulfill your purpose will rise to the surface, and you will recognize them by the peace and alignment they bring. Keep your heart open and trust that the right people will walk beside you as you fulfill the destiny that heaven has declared over your life. God silences every other voice. For years, you've likely fought against the weight of negative labels and harsh judgments from others. These words, failure, unworthy, too broken, too much, too little, may have tried to define you, shaping how you saw yourself, how you navigated through life, and how you interacted with the world around you. Perhaps these words were spoken directly to you, or perhaps they were whispered behind your back. But either way, they found their way into your heart and mind. Over time, these labels may have tried to stick, shaping your identity, making you question your worth, your potential, and your place in the world. But now, when God speaks your true name, everything changes. The moment heaven declares your name, it's as though a divine reset button has been pressed on every lie that was ever told about you. Every false identity that was placed on you, every label that was slapped on you by others, or even by yourself, disappears in an instant. God's voice, with its perfect authority, silences every other voice that has tried to define you. It breaks the chains of slander and the burdens of judgment that have weighed you down for so long. In that moment, when God speaks your true name, He restores your dignity. He reaffirms who you are, not based on the opinions of others or the mistakes of your past, but based on His divine truth and purpose for your life. No longer will you be defined by the brokenness or failures of yesterday. You are no longer the sum of your past mistakes or the scars that others have tried to attach to you. You are a beloved child of God, chosen for greatness, marked by His love, and appointed for purpose. It's as though every false label and identity that you've carried is stripped away, and in its place, you're given your true name, one that is rich with meaning, divine purpose, and authority. This is the moment when you are reminded of who you really are. When life tried to confuse you, when the world tried to distort your vision of yourself, God's voice cuts through the confusion and declares the truth of who you were always meant to be. You are not what others said you are. You are not the labels that were placed upon you. You are exactly who God says you are, and that truth is unshakable. Opportunities are opening. With God's call comes something incredible, divine favor. This is the moment when everything you've worked for, all the struggles and hardships you've endured, begin to align with the will of heaven. You're about to witness doors that were once firmly shut begin to swing wide open, not because of anything you've done to deserve it, but because heaven has already placed your name on them. These doors, once locked tight, are now opening effortlessly in response to the declaration made over your life. Opportunities that seemed out of reach, impossible, or hidden from view will suddenly come to light, and you will step into them without hesitation. These opportunities aren't a result of your efforts alone. They are the manifestation of God's favor, the divine alignment of your destiny with His eternal purpose for your life. Heaven has already gone before you and prepared the way, marking certain doors with your name, ensuring that they will open when the time is right. These are not just random opportunities. They are divine openings, carefully orchestrated by God to move you into the next phase of your journey. Behind closed doors, conversations are happening about you, conversations that you are not yet aware of, but that are shaping the future you will soon step into. Your name is being spoken in rooms you've never entered, and those conversations are positioning you for breakthroughs you've never dreamed possible. The right people, the ones who are meant to support your mission and purpose, are being placed into position to hear your name, recognize your potential, and help you fulfill the destiny that God has laid out for you. This is not a time for doubt or hesitation. The opportunities that are opening before you are a direct result of heaven's divine timing and favor. These doors aren't opening because of your past achievements or because of your human strength. They are opening because God has already set things into motion, and His favor is now aligning the right people, the right circumstances, and the right opportunities to meet you at the perfect time. As these doors swing open, there will be a sense of acceleration in your life. What once seemed like a distant dream or an unattainable goal will now be within reach. The work that you've put in, the prayers that you've prayed, the faith you've held on to through the tough times, all of it is about to come to fruition. The blessings that have been held in reserve for you are now ready to be released, and you will find yourself walking through them with ease, because heaven has already paved the way. A divine realignment. Along with these new opportunities, expect a realignment of your relationships and connections. The right people will be drawn to you at the right time, and the wrong ones will begin to fade away. You will be positioned to connect with those who will help you grow, those who will see the God-given potential in you, and those who will walk alongside you as you step into the fullness of your destiny. This is a time for bold action. Don't hesitate. Don't second guess what God is doing. The opportunities are there, and they are being revealed to you for a reason. You've been prepared for this moment, and now it's time to step into what God has already prepared for you. The doors are open, the path is clear, and you're about to walk into a season of divine favor, where everything begins to fall into place according to God's perfect plan for your life. Embrace the new season. Trust that every door opening is a sign of God's faithfulness to you. What was once impossible is now within your reach, and you are walking into the fullness of the divine destiny that has been ordained for you since the beginning. The enemy's resistance. As soon as heaven announces your name and begins to move on your behalf, the enemy will undoubtedly try to resist. He knows that something significant has shifted in the spiritual realm, and he will attempt to thwart the divine plan with intensified attacks, distractions, and doubts. The enemy's ultimate goal is to make you question the validity of God's call, to distract you from the path ahead, and to fill your mind with fear and uncertainty. He will sow seeds of confusion, hoping to derail your focus and make you second-guess the promises that heaven has already set in motion. But here's the truth. Once God has spoken, once heaven has made its declaration, it is too late for the enemy to alter what has been set in motion. The shift in your life has already begun, and no matter how much resistance you face, the enemy's plans will fail. Heaven's decree is unchangeable, eternal, and powerful. What God has ordained cannot be undone by any force on earth or in the spiritual realm. The enemy may try to create obstacles, but his efforts are futile, because the power of God's word is far greater than any scheme or attack the enemy may attempt. This is why it's essential for you to stand firm in the face of resistance. When the enemy rises against you, remember that no weapon formed against you will prosper. God's promises are unwavering, and his protection surrounds you. The spiritual battle you are facing is not meant to defeat you, but to strengthen your resolve. It is a reminder that the victory has already been won, and you are simply walking in the authority that God has given you. Stand strong, knowing that the enemy cannot change what God has declared. The victory is already yours, and every attack that comes against you only affirms that you are on the right path. Your faith and trust in God's plan are the keys to overcoming every obstacle. Remember that God is with you, and he fights for you. The enemy's resistance is simply a sign that you are exactly where God wants you to be, and he will see you through to victory. The battle is already won. Imagine a soldier standing in the shadows, unnoticed and unrecognized by the army. He waits in silence, uncertain of his place and unsure of his purpose. Then, without warning, the commander calls his name aloud before the entire army. In that instant, everything changes. No longer is he just another soldier. He is chosen, singled out for a mission. The attention of the entire army shifts toward him. His purpose is now clear. He is no longer hidden in the shadows. He is now positioned for greatness. In that moment, his identity, his mission, and his future are fully revealed. This is exactly what happens when God calls your name in heaven. You are no longer just one of many, unnoticed or uncertain. When heaven announces your name, it is a divine declaration of purpose. Everyone in the spiritual realm takes notice. The angels, the authorities, the principalities, everyone now knows who you are, what you carry, and why you have been chosen. The moment God speaks your name, it is an activation of your mission. No longer will you wander in uncertainty. You are now positioned, not just for survival, but for a purpose that is far greater than you could ever have imagined. Just like the soldier whose purpose was revealed, your life has been marked with a divine mission. Your journey, your struggles, your victories, they all have a purpose in God's plan. Heaven is positioning you for the next phase of your life, and you are being prepared to step into your destiny. Your name has been called for a reason, and now the world will begin to see the full weight of that purpose. The moment God calls your name, you are no longer a passive observer of life. You are an active participant in His divine plan. Your life has meaning. Every step you take from here on out is filled with purpose. The spiritual realm knows who you are. And heaven is aligning everything around you to fulfill the destiny that has been written for you from the beginning. The victory has already been won. You are no longer waiting for something to happen. You are stepping into the fullness of what has already been ordained. The spiritual battle you face is already over, and the enemy has no power to stop you. God has already secured the victory, and you are simply walking in it. You are not fighting for a victory that is uncertain. You are walking in the victory that heaven has already declared over your life. Your mission is clear. Your purpose is confirmed, and heaven is guiding you every step of the way. So, walk with confidence, walk with strength, and walk with the knowledge that the battle has already been won. You are not fighting for victory. You are walking in victory. Your name has been called. Your purpose has been revealed. And now, you are moving forward into the divine destiny that God has prepared for you, living with purpose and confidence. As you step into this new season, it's time to remember that you are no longer waiting for your turn. Your name has already been called. No longer are you in the waiting room, hoping for an opportunity or waiting for someone to recognize your worth. The moment has arrived, and with it comes the full weight of heaven's calling. There is no more room for hesitation or self-doubt. You've been chosen, and God has already spoken over your life. That's all the confirmation you need. The divine declaration has been made, and now you must walk in the full authority of that decree. You may feel the weight of the shift taking place in your life, and it might be tempting to shrink back in fear or uncertainty. But this is the moment to step forward boldly. This is the moment when you take what has been prepared for you and walk confidently into it. The world may not fully understand the transformation you're going through, and that's perfectly fine. You are walking a path that is higher than the world's understanding. Your identity is secure in God, and His declaration over your life is the only thing that matters. Heaven has already spoken, and now it's time for earth to catch up. The doors that have been opened for you are not by accident. They are by divine design. Trust the process. Trust God's timing, and step into the spaces that have already been prepared for you. You have been equipped for this moment, and the shift happening within you and around you is setting the stage for your rise. Don't shrink back in fear. This is your time to step forward. Walk with purpose, with the boldness that comes from knowing that you are walking in the fullness of your calling. The shift is here, and it's time for you to take your rightful place. Conclusion. In this moment, you are no longer overlooked. The season of waiting has ended. Your name has been called. And with that call comes the divine permission to step into your destiny. Heaven's announcement over your life is not just a declaration of your worth. It is a summons to rise and walk boldly into what God has prepared for you. The time has come for you to move beyond the waiting, beyond the doubts, and beyond the uncertainty. Your purpose is clear, and you are fully equipped to walk it out. As you step forward into this new season, remember that the same voice that called your name in heaven is now guiding every step you take. You are no longer walking in uncertainty. You are walking with purpose, with confidence, and with the authority of heaven backing you. Every step you take is in alignment with God's will for your life, and nothing can stop the divine momentum that has been set in motion. So walk forward boldly. Know that your name has already been called, and that your moment has arrived. Nothing can take that away from you. The world may not see it yet, but the manifestation of heaven's promise over your life is coming. Your purpose is unfolding, and your life will stand as a testimony of God's faithfulness, His love, and His power. Walk in it, believe in it, and allow your life to shine as a reflection of the truth that has been spoken over you. The victory is yours, and the world is about to witness the fullness of who you were always meant to be. Personal reflection and insight. As I reflect on this powerful message, I cannot help but think of the incredible journey of self-discovery and purpose that so many of us go through. There are moments in life when we feel forgotten, overlooked, or unsure of our calling. We may feel like we are walking through a fog, uncertain if the path we are on will ever lead to the destination we desire. But as this message illustrates, there is always a pivotal moment, an extraordinary moment when heaven announces us. It is in that moment that the doors that once seemed shut tight suddenly swing wide open, as if the very universe itself conspires to help us step into the destiny we were always meant for. This moment of divine alignment is not just a chance encounter. It's a powerful invitation to step boldly into our purpose, knowing that we have been chosen and set apart for something greater. One specific example comes to mind. There was a time when I struggled with deep doubts about my purpose and the path I was walking in life. I felt like I was standing in a crowded room, wondering if my turn would ever come, if my life would ever amount to something meaningful. It felt like I was just waiting, but for what? I wasn't sure. And then, in one quiet moment of clarity, everything shifted. I realized that the doors weren't opening because of anything I had done to force them open. They were opening because God had already spoken my name in heaven. The moment I stepped into that realization, I began to see the opportunities lining up. I saw doors swing open that I had once thought would remain closed forever. My life began to change in ways I couldn't have imagined. New connections, new opportunities, new doors that had been prepared for me long before I even knew they existed. The lesson here is simple, yet profoundly life-changing. When heaven calls your name, everything changes. The past no longer defines you. The labels others have placed on you, the struggles you've faced, the doubts that have clouded your vision, all of that becomes irrelevant. You are no longer bound by your history or your mistakes. The call from heaven has broken those chains. You are stepping into your divine calling, and nothing can stop that. The doors are open, and you are walking forward with divine favor leading the way. For those of you watching and listening to this on Sacred Dream, I want to encourage you. Your time has come. If you feel like you've been waiting in that crowded room, uncertain if your moment will ever come, know this. Heaven has already spoken your name. Your turn is now. The doors are opening for you, and you don't have to wait any longer. Step forward with confidence, knowing that your divine purpose is being fulfilled. Embrace the path that has been prepared for you, and walk boldly into your destiny. No more hesitation, no more doubt. It's your time to rise and take your place in the world. Conclusion. The message here is clear. Your name has been called. The season of waiting is over, and it is your time to step into everything you were always meant to be. Do not hesitate. Do not shrink back. Stand tall, knowing that heaven has already prepared the way for you. Embrace your purpose with courage, knowing that every step you take is guided by the divine authority of heaven itself. Walk boldly into your destiny, and remember that your life is meant to be a testament to the faithfulness of God. The doors are open, the opportunities are here, and your future is waiting for you to claim it. Step into your calling with the confidence that comes from knowing you have been chosen, that your name has already been called, and that nothing can stop the divine destiny unfolding in your life. At Sacred Dream, we believe that each of you has a unique purpose, and this moment is a reminder that your time has arrived. Trust in the process, trust in your calling, and know that as you step forward, heaven is already aligning everything around you. The world is about to witness the full manifestation of the truth of who you are. Walk in it, believe in it, and let your life shine as a reflection of the divine call that has been spoken over you.